So, how's your girlfriend doing? I haven't asked you in a while.
Yeah, well, we were doing okay. Something happened recently.
What happened?
Well, we were, walking down the boulevard, and we were just talking about our next date and all that kind of thing. We're taking a little fast, right? We've been on, 2 dates in, 3 months.
Oh, yeah. That's way too fast for CA.
But we were talking about maybe we want to go on another date and whatever. And then all of a sudden, she just turned to me and said, you know what? I really love you. And I said, well, I love you too. And she said, but I love you as a brother in Christ. And then things started getting weird.
What do you mean? What do you mean by weird?
Something happened. Her face changed. My vision was blurred. I felt pain like I've never felt before. She had pushed something into me and caused me great pain. And then she retracted her hand and showed me what she had been holding that had caused me such pain. It was a gun. And on the side it said, manufactured by Friendzone Incorporated.
You know, I've noticed a lot of girls with those too, literally, they walk around with their fingers on the triggers.
Yeah.
And they're the only ones that seem to have these guns.
I've never seen a guy with them. And then all of a sudden, I don't know how to explain it, but we were just friends.
You know, I've had the same thing happen to me the other day. I wasn't even in a relationship, but I was just trying to get to know this girl and, just as friends. But before I could even do anything, she just pulled out the gun and shot me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, apparently a lot of guys have been telling me that. It's almost like you can't even, walk by one and... Oh my gosh. No, wait, there's one. She's coming at us right now. I looked at her a little too long. Get down! Get down! Get down!
Today's topic is a very touchy one, but we're going to try and tackle it anyway. But really, I'm not sure what people will be more offended at. Our views on relationships, being that we're just two guys and have no girls to balance us out, or the fact that there's no song in the middle. You decide.
Hello and welcome to Bursting the Bubble. I'm your host, Michael Lanier.
I'm Josh Chapman,
the other host. And welcome to episode 8. We are back from our hiatus, and we are ready to get back into things.
You know, that time has arrived. It was only so long before it would come.
Yep.
We're finally talking about the forbidden topic. Guy-girl interactions and relationships.
Shut me down! No,
actually, we'll be fine. Stop pouting. We'll be fine. So, although this topic scares some, in reality, why does it even have to be scary? This needs to be talked about more.
Yeah.
There's just some things that both myself and Michael have observed in our time here at CIU that we feel like maybe it would benefit somebody to share from our experiences.
Yeah.
Let's just preface everything we're going to say with the main focus or the main reason for bringing this up is, in the Christian community, it ought to be possible for guys and girls to have both friendships that are edifying and mutually beneficial. Mm-hmm. It also ought to be possible for them to enter into romantic relationships that are also the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel that many people do,
mm-hmm.
but many people don't as well, and I'd like to get into some of the reasons for that.
Or that we see, anyway.
Do you have anything to add there?
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. There's a lot of stuff that the Bible says about caution and relationships and stuff like that, and then there's a lot of stuff that is taught that is just
but much like anything in the Bible and any theology, you can distort it or transform it into a form of legalism. Mm-hmm. And I just want to go ahead and say, by no means are we trying to downplay the scriptural command for sexual purity. Absolutely. And yes, we just used the word sex. Sorry if that offends you.
Really? No, twice. We're gonna have to age restrict this video.
Shut up. But we were wanting to make that point that we're not in any way trying to downplay that. That's obviously a very integral part of any Christian relationship, or at least it should be, and there are negative consequences when it's not. But it feels like many times Christians take that overboard to the extent that guys and girls don't even know how to interact around each other. And I can speak from experience myself. I've just never really mastered the concept. It takes a while to feel comfortable around them. And some don't deal with that. But for those that do, why? I feel like a large part of it is that just dating in general is kind of a taboo thing for Christians. You can do it, but only certain people are able to pull it off, and even then, it's awkward. It's it's
Yeah.
difficult waters to navigate. Kind of narrow this down a bit and make some of these points. As it pertains specifically to CIU, both Michael and I have had experiences relating to girls. I mean, I would hope so. Although for me, I could see how somebody might question it. But yes, I know girls. I've met girls at CIU.
Josh actually knows, like, females?
Only a few. I've met some and had good friendships. I've had some good friendships that ended up being not so good and didn't last. And throughout everything, it still shocks me how guys and girls can't just interact, be friends. One can't be interested in the other, and the other not be interested, and it just be okay. And we're cool. We're still friends. I understand. That doesn't really happen. You know, as our skit at the beginning referenced, many times it feels like, I know this is true for me personally, that the things that I would have to offer in a relationship, I'm not able to really show or put out on the table until I get to know a girl. And therefore, I have to be given a chance. But I feel like the door is just shut many times before you even get the chance. They don't really give you the chance.
I agree. And knowing a lot of people around here at CIU, I do know a lot of girls, and a lot of girls know who I am. I don't want to say, like, we know each other, like, we're best friends, but we know who each other are. And I've had conversations with them. Like, there's a lot of girls who aren't afraid to have a conversation with me and I with them, because while I've been at CIU, I haven't been one of those weird guys who just looks for girls to see if anyone will date me or anything like that. I've never done anything like that, so...
Yeah, we want to add here that this goes both ways. We're not just attacking girls, it's just we're guys, so we're trying from our angle, but guys do it to girls too.
And actually, it would be great to have a girl on the show one time to actually talk about this from the other side.
The sad part is, part of why we're making this, we have... At least I have not yet encountered a girl who I think agrees with all of this.
Well, maybe. And even if we do, our show's not the most popular thing in the world. So we might not even have... like, it might be that just there's one out there who would be on the show, but hasn't even heard it. If you are that girl, please contact us. But anyway, like I was talking about a few episodes ago with the post-polite friendship thing, I'm that way with several guys. And then how many girls am I at that stage with right now at CIU? Of all the girls I know, which probably amounts to, like,
way more than me.
100 or more, right, by name, and they know who I am, and probably more than 100.
You're pretty well connected, and out of all of those, how many?
In the 100 range.
Out of all of those, how many would you say are real?
Real friendships, probably 2. I can think of 2 specific people right now, and not to say that there aren't girls who are nice and girls that I like talking to, but not girls who I'd be like, oh, you're a real friend, let me talk to you about on a real friend level. Not girls that you feel like have actually allowed you to go beneath the surface with them and get to know the real them, and vice versa. They know the real you. Yeah, and like nothing romantic attached. Nothing romantic attached there.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, but
probably 2.
Can I go ahead and say, though, that for anything romantic to ever occur, this foundation must be laid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the fundamental issue here, is that many girls in the Christian community, they're just... I'm going to take flack for saying this, but I feel like there are exceptions to this rule, but only when they go, oh, there's Mr. Cute, Mr. Hot guy over there, tall, dark, and handsome, whatever. The guy that they just instantly take a liking to, he gets a pass. But for the rest of them, love works in mysterious ways. And you don't have to be instantly attracted to somebody to give them a chance, to just be their friend and see where it goes. But it feels like many times the girls, they're just kind of, I don't like that he's interested. I don't even want to give him a chance. I'm not going to let him in. Yeah. And they just kind of use their friends off of each other, and they just kind of shield. And as we joke, the friend zone gun. But if the guy he's really persistent, then normally they just sit him down and they pull that whole brother in Christ stuff. And I'm going to be honest. Don't drag religion into it when it has nothing to do with religion. Yeah. When it has everything to do with you're just not interested, I'm sorry, but especially I feel like there's one thing if you just feel like the guy is taking an interest in you. But when the guy has the guts to just tell you, I'm interested, you owe him the same bluntness and open honesty that he has just given to you, to just level with him and say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And do not try to blame it on your religion, because I'm sorry, Jesus is looking at you and saying, no, you're on your own.
Don't bring me into this.
Yeah, don't bring me into this. Because seriously, yes, God does want you to pick the correct partner. And I'm not saying He doesn't advise you in that. I think you do need to ask God about it. But the fact that you don't want to get to know that guy because you're just not interested in him, Jesus doesn't have anything to do with that.
Some of it too, this happens with both guys and girls. You talk, like I was just saying, there's a lot of girls and guys and whatever that I feel comfortable talking to that I wouldn't say we're close friends. I feel like I could talk to them about anything. No, not really. But I still like to talk to them. They're fun people, like to laugh with them a lot. And that comes across as, oh yeah, we're friends. And yeah, I even say so. Oh, I know that person. Yeah, we're friends. If you tell them, oh, Michael. Oh yeah, Michael. And if you tell me, so-and-so. Oh yeah, so-and-so, we're friends. But if I were to actually go up to some girl and be like, hey, look, we've known each other for a while, and we've talked and stuff, and like blah blah blah, and I really think you have a cool personality. Do you want to go on a date or something? It would be really easy for the girl to be like, oh, what? I don't even know you, because we never talked about anything personal.
Can we say...
We did, but not anything real and personal. Like, oh yeah, how's your family? Oh, doing good. I got a brother, got a sister, whatever.
But you don't really know them.
Yeah, you don't really know, hey, here's what I'm really like.
And can I just say that this seems to only be a problem in the Christian community. Outside of it, the non-religious, and yes, there's immorality going on there, but they also, and I think there's some good in this, they see no problem going up to somebody that they don't even know and asking them on a date. And it doesn't mean commitment. It doesn't mean we have to be a couple. It doesn't mean we're getting married. It means, hey, I want to get to know you personally.
Is going on a date is not the same as dating someone.
Yeah, it's not.
Being in a relationship with someone does not mean I asked them on a date and we went on a date. That's something that I just don't think people get around, on either side. Get around here. Like, oh, I'm going to ask so-and-so on a date. Or if this person's going to ask me on a date, that means he's telling me that he's interested in me. Or, I don't know, it could happen.
I feel like that connotation is somewhat unavoidable, but at the same time, I also feel that it's unavoidable that you go on dates with people you're interested in. You can't just jump from 0 to 100 and you've got to get to know them. And in Christian context, because this is a big thing. We've talked about interrelated concepts concerning prayer days and etc. about just the corporate kind of community Christian thing going on. Because of that, how often here at CIU can you get to know people of the opposite sex without it being in a group setting?
Yeah. Like we were just talking...
Are you going to open up your heart and soul in a group setting? No, and that's normal.
Winter formal, junior, senior, even stuff like the hoedown. It's literally just taking a group of people that would talk to each other anyway and putting them somewhere else.
You want to get into that, we'll get into that. But let me just finish this point.
Let's not get into that.
So overall point of all of that is that you have to get to know people, and it's normally going to be via the mode of dating, even if it's not dating as in coupleship. You're going to have to go out on dates, and there's nothing, can I just say that, nothing wrong with a guy and a girl hanging out alone, not putting themselves in places of temptation alone, but going out and having a meal together, and let the guy pay, let him be a gentleman, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let him hold the door open for you. It's
just common courtesy.
It doesn't mean you're in love, but give him a chance. If it was a failure, if it bombed, if he's just...
Then you're not
if he's
meant
just
to be a couple.
You don't have to go out with him again. You're not obligated to go out with him in the first place if you don't want to. But might I add that if the only reason you're unwilling to go out with a guy is because of the social stigmas attached to going out on a date in a Christian community, try to reevaluate that and go, who knows?
And
I might meet Mr. Right by doing this.
You know what bothers me? Is I was reading in an old student publication from 1962 here at CIU, and someone was interviewed about this, a student, actually a lot of students were, but one person said about the social life at CIU that they didn't like, and actually this was a girl who said this about a guy, and she said if a guy goes on 2 dates with the same person, he's tied down, but if he dates around, he's a Romeo. Like a playboy, right? And it's exactly what we're talking about. So it hasn't changed in 50 years.
I add to that you do need to be pretty clear about your intentions.
Absolutely.
Don't go to date several girls and kind of give each the whole I'm really into you vibe. But as long as you're clear about your intentions and you're not willingly misleading them, there's nothing wrong with pursuing one girl, just trying to get to know her better and doing the same for another. I feel like that's only natural, but still, it seems like people
We're
don't
not
get that.
condemning people or judging people. We're just confused as to why this is this way.
Well, we're confused because we keep experiencing it.
Yeah, and also I feel like we all see how everyone else does it, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just another attempt at CIU to be different than everybody else. Yeah, we follow Christ, so we should live our lives differently, but that
Sure,
doesn't
we should
mean...
be set apart from the world, but
Yeah.
I feel like we've already pointed out the way.
Yeah.
Refrain from sexual immorality, refrain from using somebody.
So, yeah, that's where we'll end it, right? And again, if you are listening to this and you know a girl, or you are a girl who wants to come on the show and be like, but what about the other side? Hey,
I mean, we'd love to hear from the other side.
let us know.
We've been wanting other people to join us for a while.
We've been waiting
so
for somebody
if you
to ask
are that
something.
brave soul, please come.
Yep, and if you want to find out how... We have all the information in the credits, and they're actually entertaining. So why don't you listen to them, like, right now?
You have been listening to Bursting the Bubble, hosted by Michael Lanier and Josh Chapman. Bursting the Bubble was created by Michael Lanier. This episode was formatted by Michael Lanier and Josh Chapman, and edited by Michael Lanier. There was no song in the middle today. That will return next week. It was just a short episode. Our theme song is the Columbia Bible College Alma Mater, composed by Evangeline Kimber, arranged and performed by Michael Lanier. Would you like to get in touch with Bursting the Bubble or even appear on the show? We'd love to have you. Just send an email to chainsawsinchapel@gmail.com or send a paper letter to Box 549. That's Campus Box 549. Bursting the Bubble does not necessarily reflect any policies or beliefs that CIU has or holds, and is not in any way officially associated with Columbia International University. We'll see you next time!
Also, don't forget, if anybody
we
is
just wanted
interested
to make
in
it clear that
dating me or Josh, we are on Christian Mingle, we're on
Mingle,
Tinder, we're on
OK
Farmers
Cupid.
Farmers Only, Seek Captain Date.
That one,
What did you say? Only Cupid?
OK Cupid.
OK Cupid.
Basically every iPhone dating app, whatever.
Yeah, if it exists, we're on it, so hit us up. Don't
At Chainsaws in Chapel.
At Chainsaws in Chapel.
Okay, we'll stop.
We're done.